welcome back to the Holiday Art Market at Paint Creek Center for the Arts. This art market features over 42 artists creating unique handmade artwork exclusively for the holidays as well as for all year around. Currently, we have about 3,000 items in stock.
We're standing by some handmade ornaments. So this is one of my rainbow patterns. All my glass starts off as a plain clear glass, and I roll it in a variety of different colors to achieve different effects. I get to explore all the possibilities with color before I invest on a larger scale. I have a variety of products. I do stemless wine glasses, small tumblers, pumpkins for the fall, and ornaments for the winter. Really anything that anyone's looking for.
Every year I do a new Christmas pinup girl starring my character Sally. I was trained in conventional art, and one of my first jobs was working in digital art with an ad agency called Ross Roy back in the early 90s. And at that point I started working in digital art, and I was convinced that it was always better and easier to do the work by hand, but with the computer kicking in, the art business, it was essential to learn.
Tonight we are having our silent auction featuring artwork from our 2018 Art and Apples artists donated to help continue to raise funds for Paint Creek Center for the Arts. We also have refreshments, a free drop-in workshop, and a few other things going on.
This one, Swan Song, is actually breaking the rules of composition, because in composition you generally don't want something dead center. But in this case, I wanted it that way because I wanted the impression of solitude and peacefulness. The faculty here is really very talented. I've actually taken classes on and off for years. I started in the late 80s, and then I was just too busy when I was working full-time, so part of the reason I retired was so that I could do some painting.
These are my most recent paintings from this year. They're a series of wildflower paintings that my art instructor urged me to do. He thought I should do a body of work. It's hard to have just one flower in the picture, so there are supporting role wildflowers as well. This one is an example of that in the fields. There are black-eyed Susans, but at the same time the black-eyed Susans are out, there is the white Queen Anne's lace, and then Timothy grass and dock. So I put the surroundings that would be accurate for that season and that location for that flower. So I try to paint things that are real, that I have seen.
This is a great opportunity. There's a huge variety of stuff, from jewelry to paintings to sculpture to crafty items to clothing, all sorts of things.
Local art is so important to the Detroit area, and this is such a wonderful venue.
And for the artists, it's very important that the community support their efforts, but it also is a fine time to circulate with other people who appreciate original artwork.
Come on down to the Paint Creek Center for the Arts for the holiday show.
The Holiday Art Market will be open during normal business hours for Paint Creek Monday through Saturday until December 21st.